In 2025, Cannes still matters, not just as a red carpet spectacle, but as a space where cinema as an art form gets redefined. This year's edition brings bold debuts, legendary returns, and a few surprises that remind us why this festival continues to shape the global conversation around film. For the first time in 60 years, two women are serving as consecutive jury presidents. Following Greta Gerwig in 2024, Juliette Binoche now takes the lead. Her presence signals a continued shift toward inclusion and deeper attention to storytelling that centers complexity and emotion. Among the most talked about entries is Sentimental Value from Norwegian director Joachim. After The Worst Person in the World made waves in 2021, Trier reunites with Renate Reinsve for a new family drama. Alongside Inga Ipsdottir Lilleas and Stellan Skarsgård, and featuring Ella Fanning, the film explores memory, estrangement, and creativity, all wrapped inside a film about making a film. Also returning is Julia Ducournau, the Palme d'Or winner behind Titane. Her new film, Alpha, is set in a fictionalized 1980s New York during the AIDS crisis, telling the story of an 11-year-old girl facing illness and loss. With Golshifta Farahani and Tahar Rahim in leading roles, Alpha taps into body horror and activism. Ducournau even met with founding members of ACTUP while preparing the script. Spike Lee's Highest to Lowest is another major event. A reimagining of Akira Kurosawa's High and Low, the film stars Denzel Washington, Jeffrey Wright, and even features Ice Spice and A$AP Rocky. This marks Washington's first time at Cannes, and possibly his last major film role before retirement. Richard Linklater comes with Nouvelle Vague, a dramatized peek behind the scenes of Jean-Luc Godard's Breathless. With Guillaume Marbeck playing Godard and Zoe Deutsch as John Seberg, it's a cinematic time capsule filled with pixie cuts, cigarette smoke, and sharp dialogue. Wes Anderson is back with The Phoenician Scheme, featuring a cast so full of stars it borders on absurd. Benicio del Toro, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Hanks, Charlotte Gainsbourg, Riz Ahmed, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Willem Dafoe, just to name a few. The story follows a nun and her billionaire father getting caught up in global intrigue, all told in Anderson's unmistakable style. Then there's The History of Sound, a queer romance set after World War I. Directed by Oliver Hermanus, the film stars Josh O'Connor and Paul Mescal as two men who travel rural America recording folk music. It's been generating buzz for years, now it finally arrives. Ari Aster, known for horror, shifts into dark Western satire with Eddington. Set in a small New Mexico town during the early pandemic, Joaquin Phoenix plays a sheriff locked in conflict with Pedro Pascal's mayor. The cast includes Emma Stone, Austin Butler, and Luke Grimes, and the mood seems to combine surreal humor with existential dread. On the debut side, actor Harris Dickinson steps behind the camera for Urchin, the story of a London drifter confronting mental health and social systems. Dickinson wrote and directed the film, and his experience in Triangle of Sadness shows this is likely to be sharp, grounded, and deeply personal. Scarlett Johansson also makes her directorial debut with Eleanor the Great, starring June Squibb as a 90-year-old woman starting over in New York. The premise sounds quiet but powerful, a story about friendship, aging, and second chances, told with heart. And then there's Splitsville, from Michelangelo Covino. It's a comedy about a friend group unraveling after a divorce and the reveal of an open marriage. Starring Dakota Johnson, Nicholas Braun, and O.T. Fagbenle, it promises to be messy, modern, and just uncomfortable enough to be honest. From indie debuts to high-concept dramas, Cannes 2025 is packed, and it's not just what's on screen, it's who's behind the camera, who's telling the stories, and how those stories reflect the world around us. If you're following European cinema, or just curious about where film is going, Cannes is still the place to watch. So which film are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments. And if you want weekly updates on European film and festivals, hit subscribe and join the conversation.